So do you think my tie works, though? Everyone likes it?
It's the dog's tie, let it go.
If you're obsessed with The Crown on Netflix like Sarah and I are, then you'll be getting pretty excited for the King's coronation. The UK is about to explode in a sea of colour, bunting, funny hats and all things Cool Britannia. Don't judge me.
It's the dog's bow tie.
The King's Coronation Long May weekend is going to be a huge celebration, and there's one thing you can guarantee, and that is London is going to put on a big show. So here are our top 5 ways that Londoners will be celebrating this historic event. Now don't worry if you're not going to be here.
We've got you, don't worry. We are sharing ways that you can celebrate in the future if you don't happen to be here on the long weekend.
But of course it is the coronation year. So coming in at number 1, the procession itself, Sarah, starts off at Buckingham Palace, makes its way around St James's Park and then finishes off at Westminster Abbey. Now if you are lucky enough to be in town for this event, there are going to be thousands and thousands of people lining the streets to watch this historic event. But if you come to London, say a few weeks later, you'll have the whole place to yourself. Well, when I say that, there'll still be crowds.
It is London.
But you can still go and visit all the iconic landmarks that the procession takes place along. So you've got Buckingham Palace, you can buy tickets to go inside there, Westminster Abbey, St James's Park is just one of 8 royal parks around London, and they are beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, and the park is free to roam.
And they're dog friendly.
So the second way Londoners will be participating in the huge Coronation May long weekend is partying with the people. Now there's a lovely initiative happening, it's called the Big Lunch, that people can apply for. You get sent a pack, it must have bunting in it I'm sure. At time of recording there have been 7,000 registrations to host a big lunch on the coronation day, so the Saturday, or across the long weekend. So people are hosting the lunch, but they're also applying to host street parties. And it's something that the King and the Queen Consort really wanted to bring community together, to bring neighbours together. Oh, it sounds like an Australian TV show. This is an opportunity to get people together. There are going to be street parties and long lunches all over London. Now, if you are not here over the long weekend for Coronation, you can participate in a number of ways. You can probably find a party to gatecrash if you really like. If people are not doing that though, they will have booked themselves into their favourite London pub or restaurant, which of course you can do anytime as well. Now we do have some favourite YouTubers who are going to give a shout out to. Top Jaw do the best reviews about restaurants and pubs in London, so go check out their channel to find out where you're going to dine if you happen to be visiting London at a later date.
Number 3, another way that thousands, and I'm talking tens of thousands of people, will be celebrating the King's coronation, and that is congregating at iconic landmarks around the city. Now we're very lucky in London because we're home to many of them. You've got Tower Bridge, you have Trafalgar Square, but 2 of our favourites are Tower of London and Hampton Court Palace.
Oh, love Hampton Court Palace. It does receive thousands of visitors per year. Hampton Court Palace is a little bit out, so most people will find their way to the Tower of London, as you should. It's awesome. But Hampton Court, it's in an area near Richmond, so there'll be lots of locals and people spilling out through the beautiful grounds there at Hampton Court for the coronation. They'll have big screens and garden parties and all sorts of things. A little tip if you happen to be coming to London later, there's a membership that you can buy. It's called the Royal Historic Palaces, and it gives you access into a number of historic places in London, and sometimes it gives you some behind the scenes opportunities as well.
Number 4, giving back to the community, volunteering. Now the King himself is the patron of over 400 charitable organisations. Now this is a wonderful initiative. They want to use this as a way to celebrate the positive impact that volunteers have on the communities around the country. Now you can join us through a program called Big Help Out, Sarah.
Yeah, the Big Help Out. Now they've just released a brand new app for this too, where thousands of Londoners, and in fact everyone from across the UK, they're encouraging to get involved. On the bank holiday Monday, go to the app, pop in your postcode and find out what opportunities are around you that you can volunteer to make a little bit of a difference as part of this celebration.
It's a wonderful initiative. You meet some wonderful people, and it's a great way to increase your social circles. You meet people from all different types of backgrounds, and you're giving back to the community in a positive way.
Exactly, but if you're not here for the Coronation long weekend and can't see what this is all about, if ever you're in London or the UK, there's actually heaps of opportunities to pop your hand up and volunteer. But also there's some really interesting opportunities. You can go to some of the historic places around the city or around the country, volunteer to help restore historical relics and beautiful gardens and help local communities. So there's lots of things that you can pop your hand up to get involved with if you're staying here for a little bit longer and want to see what the local life is all about and what community life is like in London and the UK.
Finishing off our top 5, and one that's very close to my heart, Sarah, and that is talking about the fashions.
Yes, well, there is something special happening at Kensington Palace, which is well known now for Wills and Kate. They live there. Of course, Lady Di lived at Kensington Palace, and it's right on the doorstep of Kensington Park. Now, Kensington Palace has ongoing exhibitions, but the special one for this year is called Crown to Couture, which has displays of many famous and beautiful costumes and fashion from Queen Elizabeth.
It has Lady Diana's wedding dress.
And also I believe that it's pulled in some celebrity and musicians like Lady Gaga and some special outfits as well. So that'll be a pretty cool exhibition. It's running April to October, but if you missed that this year, there's always something on at Kensington Palace. Just Google Kensington Palace, buy your tickets and off you go. Now, if you enjoy this content and you like hearing about London and the UK, well, Cooper and I like talking about it, so there's plenty more where this came from. We publish a new video each Wednesday. We have a mailing list. You should pop your details in. We've got some good freebies on there if you would like to join us on our travels. We'll put all the links in the description, so please come and join us. Until next time.
So please, before you go, make sure you hit the like, subscribe and notifications button.